Hey guys, welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. We're on episode 3 now, and yes, this is the mechanic station that we were in, and I've emptied it. We're going to leave the totebot heads and the other things here. They're not needed anymore. I've made ourselves a refiner, and I've started using that. I've started mining. I stuck a drill on the front of Frank, and then just went out and mined up some bits and bobs. But Frank has now been dismantled. Yes, because I've made this giant thing. Basically, I've put together a small base looking vehicle, and we're going to be a little bit nomady for the minute. So yeah, it has its own integrated crafting loop. So anything that is collected goes into our refiners and into one of these two chests here. Look, as you can see, lots of stuff in there, lots of stuff in here. And then I can go into the crafter and say I want to make some wood blocks. I can craft up the wood blocks and then give it a second to finish up. There we go. And I don't have to click collect on it. So I look in here and there's more wood blocks. So easy peasy. Now I know that I don't really want any scrap wood. So if I was to process all this, I can just go like that and leave that there. And then that'll continuously do them until there's no more. So look there, added another 10. So we can leave that going as we're plodding along. And yes, when I was piping it up, I accidentally made the wrong ones. I made far too many angles. I needed some straights for this section, and I accidentally made more corners. But hey ho, I'm sure we'll find a use for those in the future. Now, what I would like to do now is try and find a base location. I think we need somewhere to start setting down some real roots. And we also need to locate chemical, because water's pretty easy. It's all over the place. So we're going to head over... Oh, this is the maiden voyage, by the way. I haven't driven this yet, so I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to head over towards the depots, and we're going to have a look around there, see if we can find somewhere nice. So have a look what's over here. Have we got any sort of peninsulas around here? Oh. What's this, a little beach? Ah, well, it is a little beach. Oh well, this area is interesting. Now then, can I get rid of these bushes? Oh, I don't think I can. Maybe if I build over them, they disappear. Well, what's this? Little beach. Comes complete with a bucket. You know what? This spot might not be too bad. Because we've got this solid verge here. I know it's only rocks, but then securing this area shouldn't be too hard. How flat is the land? It looks pretty flat. Looks really, really flat. Yeah. You know what? I'm quite taken with this spot. I really am. Now, the big issue is chemical, and also whether or not we can get rid of these bushes and trees. But chemical, that is the main concern now, because we are going to need it, but I haven't been able to find anywhere with it just yet. This is like usually broken chemical plants somewhere, but I haven't been too far afield just yet. I went over towards that big warehouse that way and did some buildings around there. But I didn't find anything chemicals over there, so I'm hoping in this direction there will actually be something. Because we need it. We need it now. Because we have a decent supply of materials, and we can always make another little miner because we've got plenty of wheels. I've made some extra. As you can tell, this thing's got 8, and obviously once it's deconstructed, that means we could make 2 vehicles, one for wood and one for stone and metal, which is the main plan. So like I say, that's why I wanted to get everything out of the mechanic station, all onto one vehicle, and we just go for a little wander and decide exactly where we want to be. Okie dokie, right, now let's head over the water. Because I think that silo looking thing is the chemical plant. I hope. So yeah, we'll have a quick trip over there. I'll go under the water, get all the oil and everything in the water as we cross. And I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're coming up to the thing now, and I think this is it. I think. Huh. I hope. Is it? Yeah, yeah it is. Right, okay, so we've found chemical. Yes. Let's turn in the wildlife, different colour around it. Does it? Yeah, it hurts us when we're standing it as well. Ouch. Okay, so do we have any enemies around it? And what's going to be the best way of getting here? Is there any roads connecting? I can't see anything roads-wise. You would have thought there would have been a road connection. No? I guess not. Right, well, we're going to have to make some sort of liquid transport vehicle as well. Huh. And yeah, another big warehouse over there. I forget how big they are. They really are huge. And that's a small one as well, I think. Okay, yes. I like this location. I really do. We've got some sort of natural bits of cover hanging around, which will help funnel the robots when they spawn. Yeah, I like it. I like it. This is going to be our new home then. So we're going to lay down a couple of plans, start making a base. We're going to transfer this storage unit thing. Yeah. Off we go. Okay, well, I'm a bit silly. I forgot the reason why I actually wanted the chemicals. So I've had to make a chemical container and another pump and just make a quick little setup. The reason why I want the chemical is because I'm processing concrete, which I completely forgot that I was doing. So yeah, I've got that on a continuous loop, making concrete block 1s. So I'm just running from the chemical to the machine, then over to the shore down here, grabbing the water and repeating until I've gone through all this stone. Okay, so I've just come over to the trader to have a double check and see what I want to actually be growing. And in order to get our first spud gun here, we needed that 1 survivor, which we've already found. We need 2 lots of oranges and 2 lots of blueberries. Now, I was lucky when I've raided a building, I've got some blueberry seeds, so that's not a problem. But I haven't found any orange seeds, so in order to get orange seeds, I need tomatoes. So 3 of those will give me, well, it's 30, isn't it? Will give me 5 orange seeds, which is fantastic. But also from the tomatoes, you can get saw blades. Just 40 tomatoes gives you a full saw blade. So you don't have to worry about that. And then same thing for a drill head, but it's the beetroots. Huh. Or 10 carrots for 5 soil. Easy peasy. Right, okay, so we're definitely growing tomatoes. That is what we need to start growing. Yeah. It's a shame I can't just give these 10 for the 5 soil. That would have been handy. But never mind. Right, I'm going to get cracked on. I'm going to head over to the other depot and make sure that it's this one that's in that area that does tomatoes. Because if it does, then this is just going to be easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay, back over at the depot, and tomatoes, beetroots, and carrots are all here. And the broccoli as well. So broccoli unlocks the shotgun. So eventually we can do that. But carrots will give us soil, the beetroots will give us drill heads, and the tomatoes will give us saw heads. So that's fantastic that it's at this one because our base is just over yonder. So let's take a trip over to the base and have a look and see what I put down. I haven't put very much down at the minute because I've spent a lot of time over at the chemicals because I needed it in order to process the concrete. So yeah, that took a lot longer than expected, since though I didn't have the materials to make any more pumps, so I had to rely on one pump for water and one pump for chemicals, and they both wouldn't operate at the same time because they were too far apart. So yeah, I spent quite a long time doing that last night. And random tote bot head. And yeah, this is all we've got so far. We've just got a crappy little 5x5. I've got another one mocked up, but I don't know if I'm going to bother. I did grow a couple of carrots and I got a couple of tote bots that came, but I didn't bother recording that. It wasn't very entertaining. But yeah, I just wanted to check and make sure that things didn't spawn behind or in the water or anything like that. And they didn't. So we can get a bit more prepped up now. Maybe even expand this and start growing tomatoes. So yeah, I can pick up these carrots and we'll swap them out for tomatoes. Well, I'm out of materials. Well, I say out of materials. I've got 51 left out of everything I processed yesterday. And it took forever to process it because of the lack of chemicals. I only had the one pump going, pumping the chemical out, and it took forever. And yeah, I had one pump pumping water out, but it was out of the render distance. They were too far apart, so it took forever to get this concrete together. And I still didn't process all the stone I had because I just got bored, honestly. Sat around waiting for the pumps. But yeah, this is what we've managed to do so far. Not a great deal. I've started with some form of a perimeter as such. I've got it running along here and into the water here. I'm hoping that this water here is deep enough to deter the bots from walking around, because if not, then I'm going to have problems. But yeah, I don't know whether to round this corner off sort of whatnot or just leave it as a full-blown corner. I'm unsure at the minute. I don't know how far over here I will bring the farms because it starts to slope quite badly. I might make this some sort of storage. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But yeah, now because of the lack of chemicals, it means that I have to make some sort of liquid transporting vehicle, because without it, I'm going to have a lot of issues. So what I'm going to do now is make a new miner vehicle to start with, because we need more metals and whatnot to build an efficient vehicle, and we will need more components and everything. So I might do a little tomato planting, get the raid, hopefully get some component kits and electronics from there, then start making more of these storages and work on making a liquid tanker for the chemical. Yeah, because we can always have water going here. That's not a problem. We needn't worry about that. It's literally just about the chemical. So the more of those storage chests we can get, and the more pumps we can get, it'll make everything a lot faster to be processed, which is what we're looking for now. Because this game, it's great building stuff, but you run out of blocks really, really fast. Really, really fast. So, yeah, right. I'm going to plod on feng shuiing around here, deciding how big I want these plots. And I'll be back in a little while. Well, guys, I have been busy, busy, busy. So busy. Okay, so this is the state of the base at the minute. It is an absolute mess. Absolute mess. Everything's everywhere. I haven't had a chance to organise anything yet. Yeah, the crafting loop is still okay. That's fine. I've taken the seat off and I've chose to use a saddle because the difference between a seat and a saddle is how wide it is. Because the seat is 4 wide and the saddle is 3 wide. So it actually is better for when I'm building particular things to use the saddle. So that's pretty cool. Just kind of chucked bits and bobs everywhere and went and took down one of the scrap village things and got a couple of the doodads and whatnot, and I took some of them road signs down and this, that and the other, and got a nice supply of toilet paper for the future and some potted plants so we can actually make something decent. Now, the big thing that I have been working on has slid off into the ocean at the minute, so I'm going to grab it. It's my big derp wagon over here. If I can pick it up. You're going to let me pick you up? I want to show everybody. Right, let's take it back onto land. Now this thing is an absolute monster, but it's half finished. And it looks a mess. It really does. But here it is. This is my work in progress. Now, what we've got here is suspension on 2 lots of wheels on each of its running areas. Then I have a level 4 engine, which I'm going to fully upgrade when I get more component kits. And I've actually made a fuel tank to hook up to that. We have a fully upgraded saddle here, and we have some controllers. We do need more, and we need to upgrade all of them. I've got a series of switches and buttons, but I think I need 2 buttons, so I'm going to have to jimmy those around. We've got some lighting here, there, and everywhere. Got it up there. Got some on the front somewhere. Yeah, down there in the grass. There we go. And yes, the whole plan of this is now, if we go on to the connection, each of these here can program something to do something. So if I was to just select this one here and tell it to go onto that, I can then say, right, I want its natural angle to be at, say, 60%. So if I take that off, it moves this arm here 60%, which is fair dues, but that's actually the wrong way. So if I was to change that 60% backwards, it will then fire the wheel backwards. So if I then chose one with more connections and popped it on there, and selected you and made the angle, I don't know, let's go 30. No, minus 30. Minus 30. There. You see? Now, when that's running, you can see how it's trailing behind. I might need to change some of it, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work with 2 wheels, etc. But it'll sort of glide along like that. It'll mainly be on that wheel, I think. I'm not even sure if it's going to work, but that's the whole plan. And then in the middle, I have another sort of hinge to help when climbing up hills, because it's going to be quite long. So I figured it can hunch up to get up and down hills. I'm not sure if it's going to work very well. But yeah, that's the whole thing with it. Now I'm stuck on the wheel. Oh dear. So yeah, it looks a bit of a mess. So I've made an arm here, again, on hinges. And this is going to operate backwards and forwards. So when I make the drilling arms for this, however it is I'm going to make those, this can then swing forwards, collect the resources, and then swing all the way back, and it'll hover kind of here next to the resource processor. So hopefully that will work. Anyway, that's the plan. But the thing that's holding me back is component kits, as per. So I've got this great, fantastic design which I'm working on, but again, it's just all them component kits that is slowing me down. So I think between episodes I'm going to have to grind out a lot of component kits, so it's going to be more farming, etc, etc, because I have a chest here, but I have a space for another, which I can't build because of component kits. So yeah, and then after that vehicle's done, we can actually go out and use the thing, which I hope it works. I really do, because I think it's going to look really, really funky with these weird legs. I might have to put another bearing in there and twist the wheels as well. I don't know, but we can figure that out as it goes along. If it means making more of these, it means making more of these, which I'm gonna have to anyway, because yeah, I need to fully upgrade them as well. This is going to cost an absolute fortune in component kits. I mean, I've upgraded the saddle, so that's good, and our engine is level 4, so that's good. But I've got suspension on each of these, and these all need upgrading eventually, maybe. I don't know. They might work, they might not work, but problems for another day, I think. So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it, and hopefully by next episode I'll have this derp wagon thing, whatever we're going to call it, ready and operational. So thank you again for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed today's episode. It's been a bit here, there and everywhere, but we've put down some roots now. We're working on a really, really good vehicle, and we're going to start getting into the farming next episode, I think, because we're going to go and try and get ourselves a spud gun, because I'm sick and tired of beating everything up with a hammer. Right, so don't forget to do all the usual YouTube things, and thank you very much again, and goodbye.